Good morning and welcome back to CityLine. With me, as you saw on the wide shot, is somebody that we have come to love so much, and her companions, because they are here once a week. We're talking about the Humane Society, and I am talking especially about Miss Victoria Gingrey. You are so wonderful to sit on the couch today. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
For people who don't know, you are the communications manager for our beloved the Humane Society for Tacoma and Pierce County. And tell us, who did you bring with you today?
Yeah, so this jolly brindle giant is
Yes.
Goliath. Goliath is about 5 years old. He's a Great Dane mix. He came to us as a stray, so we're not exactly sure what he's been up to prior to being with us, but I can say that while he's been with us in the shelter, he has been kenneled with other dogs and done well. He has eaten all their food, so just keep that in mind. He's a Great Dane, of course. So we always recommend slow and careful introductions with any of your resident pets. We're also saying kids probably need to be a little bigger since he's not quite aware of his size.
No, he is not.
And he wouldn't mean to do anything, but he's pretty big.
Right.
And so, yeah, if you're interested in meeting Goliath, as always, you can check him out on our website at thehumanesociety.org. You can read his biography and all of our other pets' biographies, where we will always say, you know, what environment we think they'll do best in, how they've come to us, and what they're looking for, so that you can find something that's the best fit for you. And then if you're just like, you know what, I love Goliath, I want him, come on down to our shelter today. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Goliath and all of our pets are going to come home with the spay-neuter surgery already done, a microchip with national registration, flea medicine, the initial vaccines. You'll get some pet care counseling to make sure Goliath goes and does well, and then also some coupons. So
There we
come
go.
on down.
And he is really the prize.
He is so sweet. I
So
love him.
I always like to give our viewers kind of a backstory on when they arrive in the green room. And so this one arrives in the green room, very quiet, very
Yes.
stealthful, a little bit cautious,
sure.
did the whole lab lean, as you called it, onto you. But then within about 10 to 15 minutes, we were settled down, calm, taking treats from Joya, our fabulous receptionist, and warming up to people.
Yeah,
Just beautiful, serene giant.
for sure. Gentle
Just
giant.
gentle giant, very precious. So, yeah, I mean, let's get Goliath adopted. He
Yes,
is such
please.
a prince. Victoria, let's talk about your history of this Humane Society before I get into what's going on at the shelter, because there's a lot going on we want to talk about. How long have you been with them?
Yeah, it's been about 9 months. So
Wow.
I came, it's always been a dream of mine. I'm sure my mom can tell you, when I was young, I had a lot of existential crises about what I wanted to be when I grew up,
Yes.
but it always revolved around animals. And so since I didn't end up being a veterinarian, which I'm sure was my answer growing up, this is about the closest I can get. So it's a dream come true to work at the Humane Society for Tacoma and Pierce County and hang out with pets like Goliath for a job. I mean, that's not a job.
No, and you know, serious. Oh, are you snuggled up? Look at this. He is so snuggly.
He is.
He
I
gave
love
me
it.
some lovely little kisses in the green room as well. Let's talk about. First thing I want to talk about is what's going on at the shelter. I saw you recently in this electronic age. You've gone viral.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, as the kids say, we've gone viral. A few weeks ago, our team saw that a couple animal shelters in other areas of the country were doing something called a poorly drawn pets fundraiser. So we saw it. We thought, you know what, we can do that. So we rallied the troops. We got a ton of volunteer support. It was amazing. They came out for 2 days and drew their hearts out.
I love this.
And yeah, it was really overwhelmingly positive support from our community. And we actually ended up receiving about 239 photos. So we drew 239 photos over the course of 2 days. We raised $4,500 in 2 days.
that.
It cost $15. We think some people donated more than the $15,
I
which
would
just
hope
goes
so.
to show the amount of support we have from our community. It's amazing. And then we found ourselves on a website called Board Panda, which is kind of like a positive animal news website, and a few other places. So we've just been so overwhelmed. And I know that there were some people that were bummed that they didn't get a chance to submit their photo, but we do plan to do it again very soon.
I love that. Boy, you stumbled upon something and everybody and went, yes,
Yes.
keep doing this.
We're combining two great things, your love of your own pets and then
Yes.
helping shelter pets.
Oh my
What could be
gosh,
better?
next time I'm getting in, I'll be doing the
Yes.
Bob Ross paint by numbers.
Oh, that would be great.
On the blue heeler over
Yeah.
here. Yeah, that would be kind of good. So I want to talk about, before we get into some of the new arrivals, I want to talk about the shelter and what the shelter, how it's being affected by this homelessness crisis that we have, how it affects our animals, and also what answers you have in terms of people who are perhaps needing some supplies.
Sure. So we are so grateful to be a resource for our community in so many different ways. So one of those ways, like we've talked about, is our pet food pantry. So
Yes.
the name is a little misleading in that it's not just food. People donate to us all the time. We get treats, we have beds, we have kennels, we have all sorts of things that we can't necessarily use in the shelter or specifically donated for a pet food pantry. So if you're in the community and you're feeling like you need a little bit of help with either food or other resources, we have them for our community. So that pet food pantry operates Monday through Friday from, I believe, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then on Saturday for a more limited time. So if you are feeling that you need to take advantage of that, all you need to do is come in. We just ask for proof that your pet has been spayed or neutered. If it hasn't, we'll give you a voucher to go get that done at a reduced cost.
Wow.
And so then you can come back and use the pet food pantry after that. You'll use it that first day, even if your pet isn't spayed or neutered, or if you can't prove that. We'll still let you use it, and then you can come back and use it again.
And it's one of those reading between the lines situation, isn't it, Victoria? Because as we have people who are experiencing homelessness, very few shelters take people with pets. If you are somebody who is struggling to feed a family, or maybe you're living in your car. Sadly, these little angels sometimes get released and relinquished. But if you're also somebody who's like, I don't know how I'm going to feed my pet, the Humane Society can help with this and other supplies. So
yeah, and we're there too for a resource if that is the choice that you need to make. Of course, we are there for people. If you need to make that decision, we know that it's a hard decision, but we have the resources to help you through that process, whether that's by counseling you through, maybe sometimes people don't realize the resources that we have to help pets stay in homes.
That's right.
But if you do need to rehome a pet, we do have other resources to help you either do that yourself or make an appointment to bring your pet into us.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, okay, Goliath, cover your ears. It's turning to cats. Let's talk about the kitten shower.
Yeah.
The two words do not go together.
Yeah, we're so excited about this. We Kitten Shower usually in years past has been a one-day event, but this year we've decided we're going to make it a month-long event all March. It's virtual, so you can donate online. We have a list of things that we need. We care for about 1,000 kittens each year during kitten season, which is a period of time from early spring to early fall.
When they're born.
When they're born, yeah.
Yes.
Most litters are born then. And in fact, just last week, our IT manager came to work and found a duffel bag of day-old kittens outside. So we're already in the thick of it, and we need all the support that we can get. So this is one of the ways that we're doing that. And if you're interested in learning like what we need specifically for the kittens, you can go to our website, again, thehumanesociety.org. Underneath events, it's called Kitten Shower. And you can see all the things that we need and what we're doing.
Gosh, yeah, because I love cats, and so does Goliath, with a slow, gentle introduction. But unfortunately, we cannot bring cats into the studio. I mean, it's just contradictory to making it a safe, gentle, fun experience. Cats don't enjoy the ride, don't enjoy the cage. They probably would love the couch, but not in a good way. So it's wonderful that we can draw attention to those little furry kittens that need homes.
Totally, and we have a great group of feline fosters that take care of our cats and do this life-saving work. It literally is life-saving for some of these kittens that are just days old, that maybe they didn't come in with their mom, or maybe their mom isn't with them, that they're able to provide them that care. It's amazing the work that they do.
I love that. After the kitten shower, what is in the works for the shelter?
Yeah, so we just keep on going.
There's I love this.
Things that are in the works, and we're so excited. So, we're often approached by businesses in our community that love the pets, that want to find a way to help. And so we've decided to make an official month of it. April is Pot Forward Month, so it's a play on pay it forward.
I love that.
Forward. So we already have a few partners. We're looking for partners, but we have a partnership with E9 Brewing Company here in Tacoma. They've brewed us up a special batch of Pot Forward IPA. So we're going to have a launch party, which we'd love to have you come to that. It'll be Saturday, April 4th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in their tap room. And then that's going to be around town. So you just look for the purple tap handle and they'll be there. And we also have a few other partners, including Incline Cider, who's also let us know that they're making a special cider for us. So it's not just limited to breweries. We have a couple other different partners. And if you're interested in supporting them, again, that's on our website underneath events with Pot Forward. And if you are a business or you know of one that might be a good fit for us, feel free to send them to the website or to the shelter, and we'd be happy to find a way to work with them.
I love that. I mean, I feel like I get a lot of personal time with you and Meg and Ashley and Stuart. But I sent you an idea about pictures of dogs I saw in an upstate New York pizza parlor where they were putting pictures of animals, and you're like, we're always looking for new ideas. So yes, you do want new ideas, and you do get back to people, which is so lovely. It's time for the dog-a-thon, isn't it? Isn't that coming up?
Yes, so a little plug for that. We're not quite ready with registration. That's not live yet, but we intend to have that within the next week or so. It'll be our 30th annual dog-a-thon. 30 years.
Congratulations.
It's amazing.
Wow. Were you even born during the first dog?
I wasn't.
You weren't? Oh, okay, I was, but that's okay.
No, so we're so excited. It's got a lot of the same great things that if you've been to dog-a-thon before that you'll love, but we're adding a few new things. So it'll be the 1 mile walk, flat, scenic. You can take your dog pretty low key, but then we're also doing a 5K option. So if you're into that, I'm not.
I'm not either.
If you're into running, it'll be at Fort Steilacoom Park, so it's beautiful there. We'll have our food vendors, we'll have craft and retail vendors there selling different things from our community. We'll also have a beer garden.
I was going to say, you're gonna bring the cider and the pot forward?
Yeah,
yes.
we'll too. Yeah, so we'll have our beer garden, we'll have dog agility courses, we'll have different demonstrations throughout the day. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's June 27th at Fort Steilacoom Park again.
Oh, that park is so great.
It is, yeah.
I think one of the best things that we can do right now amidst all that we wake up to and we're dealing with is to be close to our animals, get outside and get some fresh air and do some walking, or volunteer at the Humane Society. Talk with us about opportunities for volunteering. I feel like you probably are overloaded with volunteers, but I know that that's probably just my perception.
Yeah, we tend to get a lot of interest in people becoming volunteers. We have recently reopened our application. Our volunteer manager had closed it to kind of process and then go through that. It does require a bit of orientation for volunteers, different training aspects depending on what type of volunteer you want to be. So we have dog walkers, we have per-time volunteers, which is the volunteers that spend time with cats. We have hop-time volunteers that spend time with bunnies. We have laundry. We have administrative volunteer opportunities. We have all sorts of things for different people. We often hear, if I became a volunteer, I'd adopt all the pets. Well, no worries. We have different things that you can do so that maybe if you feel like that might happen to you, we won't let it. We have things for you to do. So we have our application open on our website at thehumanesociety.org/get-involved. And you can find the application there. There's also the foster application. So if you want to be a dog foster, we have that application open, or a rabbit foster. I know that we're working on getting our cat foster application open soon, but the other two, dog and rabbit, are open right now.
So in this last 2 minutes, let's talk about some of the pets that we've had that are adopted.
Yes.
Bess was adopted.
Bess on here last week, she was adopted. Yeah, Stella, I think, we've talked about the majority, all of the animals have been adopted, with the exception of Mikey, who we're still trying to find a home for, our brindle pit bull. He is such a
love bug.
Yeah, and in fact, like I was telling you in the green room, Tommy, who was a black lab that we had on here for a while, who was looking for his home for quite some time, was in fact adopted at the end of 2019, and his adopter just reached out to us to say that a couple days ago, Tommy was behaving oddly. And when they let him outside, he's sniffing, he wanted to go outside, they let him outside, and then their carbon monoxide detectors went off.
Yes.
And they had Puget Sound Energy and the fire department come out, and it turned out there had been a gas leak. So
Tommy knew.
Tommy knew. He saved them. He saved them.
He saved them.
Yeah, so the adopter said, adopt a rescue dog, get a carbon monoxide detector. So Tommy has, he's a great dog, and just one of many special dogs that we've been able to bring here. So thank you for letting us do that.
Are you kidding? Every Thursday, we look forward to you and the four-legged beautiful angel that you walk in the door with. You are practically smothered by us. And just want to give another shout out here as we see Goliath is getting ready to take a nap. He is such a snuggle dog. Oh my God. And you're right. I don't think
myself.
he doesn't realize how big he is. But oh my goodness, he's just got the most beautiful spirit, and so do you. So thank you, my love, for being here, and for taking time out of your very busy schedule to sit on the couch. Usually you're in the corner in front of the dog bed, but it's so great to have you here. And Fred and I are going to come out and do some shooting and some footage of some of the animals we can't bring in here. So we have a date to see you soon at the Humane Society.
We look forward to it. Thank you, Amanda.
When we come back after a little bit of musical chairs, we'll have Mr. Mike Yoder here from Associated Ministries. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.